welcome to this episode of Realty Wise. This is Bobby Owens with Remax North. Today's guest is Jerry Gonzales. Jerry, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Can you tell me the name of your company, please?
Oh, sure. It's Akhanay Coffee Roasters.
And what does Akhanay mean?
In the Thai language, Akhanay means southeast.
Okay. And why did you choose that name?
Because one, we only source coffees from Southeast Asia, communities in Myanmar, Thailand, Indonesia, and so we thought the name should be representative of that.
That's great. That's great. And where is your business actually located?
We are located. It's a coffee truck. We are located at Armadillo Boulders at 1119 Camden Street. It's 1119 Camden Street, just across from the old City Public Service building.
Okay, so in the downtown area.
Yes.
I'd like to kind of dive into your history a little bit and like to know why you decided to open this business.
Well, so I've been in coffee for over 10 years in San Antonio, and I had an opportunity to move to Thailand after my wife and I got married back in 2015, and we had to move back because my family had some health problems, and we wanted to stay in coffee, but I did not want to lose the relationships that we had built from our producing farmers in Southeast Asia, so Myanmar and whatnot. So we thought it'd be a great way for us to, in a small way, represent or champion coffees from Southeast Asia, and San Antonio sort of bring a new perspective of coffee from a different origin.
Right, yeah, because that area would not be first in my mind to think of coffee. I think most people traditionally think of like Central America. So it's fantastic that you're bringing and highlighting the next place that is going to be big for coffee. So thank you for bringing that to us in San Antonio. And how did you get started on that?
So I've been in coffee for about over 10 years now, and like I said, once we moved back, I lived in Thailand for a few years. Upon moving back here to San Antonio, we were looking for ways to get started with a minimal cost. And so we began by just having an online website and doing wholesale, selling bags of coffee through our website. And so really small. We did that for a few years, got a couple wholesale accounts. And then recently we had the opportunity to purchase a coffee truck. So we purchased that coffee truck in October of last year. And we've been sort of renovating it, getting it painted and whatnot. And we officially opened on January 22nd.
Oh, well, so congratulations. That's still really new, so fantastic. So since you've been doing this, you said you've been in coffee about 10 years. So why at this point, a decade later, what still motivates you to do this?
You know, coffee is interesting. It's been evolving for a while, and you know, it's very personal to me because I've been able to see the changes, and you know, it's a personal journey for us. Like, what can we do? How can we make an impact in coffee? And you know, one of the ways we found we can make an impact is by really trying to, you know, champion the coffee from the producers in these countries that really nobody knows about. You know, people don't realize that coffee is grown in Thailand or Myanmar or Laos. And so in a small way, we're really trying to bring those producers, you know, to the forefront of coffee in the U.S.
Absolutely.
And you know, we're still very small, but everything we do is Southeast Asian inspired. Our entire menu is reflective of that. We want it to be, if you went to a cafe in Thailand, you know, what could you expect to find? I think our
truly authentic.
Truly authentic, right?
Perfect. So what do you hear, some feedback from your customers? What do they say is the favorite thing about your business?
You know, it's always fun to hear feedback from our customers, and I'm always, when I develop the menu, I'm always a little hesitant or scared to see what they may say.
Yeah, they may not like it.
But they love it. The feedback has been great. People, they love our menu. They love that we're so different. I didn't realize that when I made our menu, there were so many items on it. And so people love the variety. We have a lot of teas, great South Asian teas, a lot of coffees from, say, Vietnam. A recent coffee that we just added was the famous egg cream coffee, the coffee trung from Vietnam. And when I tasted that in Ho Chi Minh, it was one of the best coffee drinks I've ever tasted, and I knew I wanted to bring it here. I just wasn't sure what the reaction would be.
Yeah, how well received it was going to
It
be.
was 100%. It's people love it, and it's definitely one of our most popular drinks.
Excellent.
And
You found a
they will
winner.
They will sit and enjoy this drink, which is what we love to see.
Absolutely. I mean, that's as business owners why we do what we do. Is
Right.
we want that interaction with our clients. So you mentioned that your truck was down at 1119 Camden. Why did you choose that neighborhood?
So we've always wanted to be in the downtown area. I love the energy of downtown. There's a lot of growth that's happening in downtown. I'm a native of San Antonio, so I went to school at San Antonio Catholic, just around the corner
Okay.
from there, and so I've been able to see that neighborhood change, you know, and it's still changing. And I just love the synergy. There's a lot of energy from the residents that walk to and from the Pearl, Armadillo Boulders, where we are now. The owners there have been fantastic with us and very generous, and so we felt right. With it's not every day that you love your landlord, but our landlords are awesome. And we have the full support of them, and we thought it'd be a great area for us to really kind of grow within the community,
Right.
and just because it's ever changing right now.
Yeah, get that ground level investment in your community,
Right.
especially since it's something that you grew up with and are familiar with, and can get your roots in there. Along that same vein, you mentioned you're a San Antonio native, and you're a business owner now. So why do you think it is so important for consumers to shop locally?
Oh, I mean, that's our support. We every day we get local. Our sales are from local people. We're always getting more people finding out about our business, which is great. And the majority of them are local San Antonians. People that live here in San Antonio. And it's what gives the San Antonio's character. Local businesses,
Absolutely.
is what makes San Antonio unique, or any city unique. You don't go there. When I travel, I don't go there to try a Chick-fil-A or a brand.
Right.
I go
A
there to
franchise.
find what are the locals doing, what's neat or unique about that city, and that's what gives a city. That's what makes me going back to any large city or any city, is to see what the locals are doing.
Right.
And so yeah. So
Great answer. I remember several years ago when my husband was in the military, one of the first things we would do when we go to a new city is find out where the locals eat,
Yeah.
because you could guarantee that was the good food.
Exactly,
That was the good
exactly.
place to go. Quickly, is there anything coming up with your food truck, any specials, or just anything in your community that you'd like to talk about?
Coming up with the food truck, I'd like to talk about that. We're still in our soft open phase because we were getting the paint, the truck painted. We just recently had a mural put on it, and we're about to do our grand opening, and probably this month in May. And then this summer we're going to transition to extending our hours, and then also offering some Thai street food offerings. So we'll be doing
Yum.
we'll have a small Thai food menu, and the focus would be on authentic Thai food, dishes that are hard to find in the U.S. or San Antonio, and so no pad Thai, or no green curry. It's going to be dishes that I miss from Thailand, but that are authentic.
Yum. I don't know a whole lot about Thai food other than it's typically pretty spicy.
It can be, yeah,
It
for
can
sure.
be. Yeah, those were my experiences. And lastly, to conclude our interview, how can people reach you if they're interested in trying your coffee, or just reach out to you for information on what they need to know about coffee?
Great, yeah, so they can always go to our website. It's akhanaycoffee.com, or they can go to any of our social media, Facebook, under Akhanay Coffee Roasters, or Instagram. So any one of those outlets, there's a contact us with my email address on our website, or they could DM us either through Facebook or Instagram, and once we get the DM, I respond right away.
Okay. And as far as your coffee truck goes, can people order online? Is there an app or anything like that, or do they have to come to the truck and order?
Great. So good question. They can. Right now, they come to the truck and order, but they can order ahead. We do have a link through Clover. If they go to our Instagram account, the link is listed on our Instagram, and they can always place an order ahead of time for pickup.
Okay. Straight through IG.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Again, this is Bobby Owens with Remax North Realty. I specialize in the downtown San Antonio area. My guest today is Jerry Gonzales with Akhanay Coffee. And thank you so much for your time. I have learned a plethora about coffee, some amazing facts and things I didn't know. And thank you again for your time. And we are going to go to the coffee truck next, so stay tuned. You'll have some photos of that.